It's finally here. Summer is back in the Sierra. And honestly, there's no place we'd rather be. The days are long, the weather is perfect, and we're out here amongst some of the most stellar granite walls in the country. The goal for this trip is to get out of our comfort zone, spend long days out in the mountains, and push ourselves on some of these iconic Sierra Alpine classics. Some people might say we're in a little over our heads on this one, but I guess there's really only one way to find out.
Alright, bringing all of our smallest gear today, right? We got these brand new 0.1 and 0.2. You gonna trust your life to this thing? But that's what it calls for. It's like, technically you're supposed to bring brass seats, but we don't have that.
So we don't really have that much experience with Alpine climbs. We've only really done two. We've done Matterhorn Peak in the Hoover Wilderness and Mount Whitney, but they were really super chill climbs and it seemed like it was pretty low risk out there. But now we have had a lot of experience with trad climbing and we're feeling a lot more confident in our abilities. So I think it's time for us to push it a little bit harder in the Alpine.
Oh man. I'm freaking dead. We're up here at 11,093 feet.
So our first objective was the third pillar of the Dana Plateau. We've had our eyes on this climb for a little while now, but we've been too scared to try it.
I'm nervous now. It looks intense. The interesting thing about this climb is that you actually start or you approach from the top. Now we have to descend all the way down these sketchy gullies just to get to the base. This stuff is more sketch than actually climbing.
I'm so nervous now. Shit is scary. Alright, made it to the base of the climb, and I'm feeling a little nervous, to be honest. I've been studying the topos and reading all the comments and looking at all the pictures for days now, and I feel like it kind of built up my anxiety a little bit, but I think once we start climbing I'll feel a little better, you know?
It's always a little nerve-wracking starting a bigger climb like this. You know, you're out there in the wilderness alone, questing up this sea of granite with no real easy way to come back down. You're kind of just relying on your own skills, your climbing abilities, and just hoping that everything works out okay to make it all the way to the top.
I do have a slight headache.
I know, I'm starting to feel one too.
Yeah. That's what happens when you come from 5,000 feet to 12,000 feet.
I know.
Pitch 2. Traverse left at the base of the face and start up towards a hand crack that eventually narrows to a finger crack.
Little sketch.
Whew. After shaking off the cobwebs and getting into the groove again, you start finding your rhythm, and then it's just climbing as per usual. Nice job. There were a couple of sketchy sections on this climb and a bunch of route finding.
The crux of the route is this 10 or 12 foot section that's pretty spicy. I mean, you can't really get any gear in there at all, so You really don't want to fall, and if you do, you're gonna come crashing down onto this ledge.
Freaking Cody crushed it.
That's how Daddy does.
On the crux pitch, just cruised up it.
I thought it was chill. I thought pitch 2 crux was harder personally. Yeah.
That was hard. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was sick.
I told you that was dope, huh?
Yeah, that last part was cool.
Damn, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh, it's breezy up here.
Wow.
Woo! Woo! Well, third pillar was a success. Now it's really windy, but it was fun. I had a great time. Actually, I was not having a great time for a while. Only now that we're finished can I say that I had a great time.
Now that we survived. So on the second day of our road trip, we woke up by this beautiful lake and just had a really chill, slow morning in the van.
We were feeling a little bit worked from climbing third pillar the day before, but we definitely still wanted to get after it.
So we had our eyes set on this climb called West Face on Cardinal Pinnacle.
So day 2 of Alpine climbing, and we're going up to that thing. I'm not sure if it's considered Alpine if the approach is like less than an hour, but apparently it's pretty mega. That's Cardinal Pinnacle, by the way, but I'm freaking stoked. That looks cool, huh?
Yeah, the approach looks kind of heinous, but a little loose.
Yep.
All right. Victoria with the first pitch again. Any famous last words?
Send it.
Yeah. Cool.
Cardinal Pinnacle ended up being like super fun. It had great rock, good movement, and good protection.
Oh, that was cool.
It was probably one of the better 510 multi-pitch climbs that we've ever done.
Damn, this is so good. This shit is spicy. Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
So we are back at camp and doing the classic last minute planning on Onyx Backcountry because tomorrow we want to do the biggest single day that we've ever done in the mountains, and we feel a little underprepared. So I'm just looking at the climb that we want to do and making sure the approach trail is all dialed, checking the weather, and building a little route so that I can save it to my phone. So yeah, the plan tomorrow sounds like it's going to be about 10 miles round trip, roughly 9 or so pitches depending on which climb, and yeah, just making sure all the logistics are dialed. So it is going to be a huge day for us tomorrow, so we're probably going to turn in pretty early tonight and try to start hiking around like 5 a.m. or so.
Well, typical Cody and Victoria fashion. We're an hour late. So, just trying to hustle a little bit on this hike. Looks like the mountain's got the first light. So we're not doing terrible on time.
The hike into Mount Goode was honestly pretty amazing at first.
It was so beautiful out there. All the alpine flowers were blooming. We passed so many alpine lakes, and it was just really good to be back out there again.
That lake is beautiful.
It's so blue, I can't believe it.
There were a few challenges though. First, the mosquitoes.
Ugh, the mosquitoes were so bad. And then we had this unexpected icy creek crossing where we couldn't really figure out how to get across, but finally we just took off our shoes and went for it. An unexpected river crossing.
Oh, God.
And then, in classic Alpine fashion, we had to navigate a never-ending talus slope, which seems to always happen on these climbs.
Donning the micro spikes. That's how you know shit's about to get real.
Made it to the base.
You!
Right on time, too. It's 9:45.
Yeah, that took us about 4 hours.
I was hoping to start climbing at 10, so that's the first pitch of Good Earth.
Yeah, it looks sick.
I'm freaking psyched now.
Yeah.
All right, pitch 1 of Good Earth. I hope it's Good Earth and not Chossy Earth.
One of the biggest concerns with these Alpine climbs is obviously that they're pretty remote and they don't get climbed very often, so you kind of have to worry about loose blocks and things falling down that could potentially kill you. But I was pleasantly surprised to see just how good the first pitch of this climb was.
Well, so far it's pretty stellar. I think it gets worse as you go up, but yeah, good work. You. Hey.
All right.
Pitch 1 is done. Tap that. Yeah.
This might be the 10, but I'm not sure. I think I was wrong. I think this is the 10A fingers. You. Oh, the rock quality is changing.
It's getting worse for sure. It's getting a little more alpine up here.
Yeah.
Top of pitch 3. I think the rest of the climb is starting to get a little more chill now. More like loose and scriddly, but like the climbing gets easier, I think. So, we're just taking a little break, checking out the views, and living what you might call the dream.
We're gonna start pitch 4. It says climb straight up the stepped finger crack, aiming for the yellow lichen splotch clean cut 4 to 5 inch corner directly above.
That is very specific, but
Yeah.
up there somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah. Damn, that's sick. All right, the final scramble pitch. Damn. That is so cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Summit dance. Perfect. But we on top. Technically, that's the top of Mount Goode, but you know.
That was a great end to our Alpine trip.
So, after 3 big climbs out in the Sierra Nevada
Right on.
backcountry, somehow we're still not dead.
Although we could really use a shower. But if there's one thing that we learned, it's that we're capable of way more than we think.
I guess it just goes to show that sometimes you need to try hard things, and you might surprise yourself every once in a while.
But now that this trip is over, we're already looking forward to the next adventure.
I give up already.
Look, I'm done. I'm done, man. Just get me to the top.
I'm hungry,
Okay,
thirsty.
I'll be a trad daddy and get us to the top, hopefully.